Hello and welcome to Nevada State High School's Lifestyle Wish List tutorial. At the bottom of the screen is a guide bar to help you navigate through the presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin the presentation. During this tutorial, we will discuss the Lifestyle Wish List and how we will use it. We will also provide some examples and go over how to complete your wish list ticket out the door. At the end of the presentation, you will take a 5-question quiz. Let's get started. Click on the next slide when you are ready. Values are great to have, but we need to have something that is more tangible and that gives specific direction to our lives, wishes, and plans. It is important to remember that this is not going to be a prediction of your future success, but will be a way for you to identify your future goals and ambitions. As our lives change as we get older, so will our wishes and desires. Just because you do not achieve everything on your wish list does not mean you have failed. It means our focus has changed. Nonetheless, putting your plans and dreams into a wish list format will help you set more specific goals for your future. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Let's give some examples to provide some context to apply this. At 25, Amanda had a job she loved and felt very secure in. Her family and friends were all close and provided a loving support network for her. She was just starting her career and felt lots of satisfaction with both her work and private life. Once she was 35, many things had changed. Work had become routine, yet very stressful with long hours and few raises or promotion. A company relocation took her away from her family and friends. She had lost most of the satisfaction she once felt. What advice could we give to Amanda? What about her wish list? What items should she be focusing on? Click to the next slide when you are ready. Now let's talk about Jim. He has a slightly different story. At 40, he was recently divorced, a single father, and felt his world was falling apart. Life was full of stress, both from personal and professional issues. He was undergoing financial pressures and felt hopeless about the future. A decade later, with his kids all grown and successfully off to college, thanks to Nevada State High School, Jim felt hopeful about his life. A career change had given him a more satisfying job with less stress and the opportunity to save for retirement. What happened to Jim? How might his wish list have changed during the last decade? Is either Amanda or Jim a failure? Click to the next slide when you're ready. Let's go over the directions for your wish list or TOD. Step 1, get out your lifestyles wish list and put your name on it. Look over the 9 categories. Each has 4 choices and an additional space for you to write in your response if needed. Step 2, circle your first choice for each category or write your own unique response in the space provided. Step 3, review your choices. As you look them over, ask yourself if these are realistic choices for your life plans. If needed, make any changes that would make your wish list more accurate and realistic. For example, let's look at the first category, housing. Let's say you want a career in the financial world. You will likely be spending some time in New York City. You want to own a home. Now look at the second category. Do you want a car? Well, if you're in New York, that may not be the most practical choice. Would you be willing to live out of the city and have a lengthy commute on the train? That might be the only way you could own both of these things. Or you can rent an apartment and use a bike. Again, values come into play as well. As you can see, making the wish list based on real-life scenarios is not a simple process. Use the same process for the remaining categories. Good luck and have fun. Pause the video until your wish list is complete. Then, click the next slide when you are ready. We have discussed some important information regarding life's choices, goals, and dreams. Specifically, we have discussed the lifestyle wish list, why we should make one, and looked at real-life examples. Now that you have started your wish list, you need to keep it for future assignments. We will be building on it during the school year. Your portfolio would be the good place to keep it. Now let's take a 5-question quiz on your understanding of this materials. Click to the next slide when you're ready. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your 5-question quiz, including 1, after answering each question, click Next. 2, after answering all the questions from the quiz, click Submit All. 3, you'll have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Take your time and read each question carefully. Click to the next slide when you are ready.